Just finished making my breakfast. We'll see if anybody shows up. Oh, that sun is going to be brutal. I'll get rid of that right now. Hey, what's going on, Corey? We'll just wait a minute and see if anyone shows up. I got all the games right here. I just went with 2 sausage, egg McMuffins that I made myself. They're homemade. And I'm going to use up the Burger King self-serve ketchups. Hey, good morning. I like dipping the hash browns in the ketchup, and I like dipping the breakfast sandwiches in the ketchup. Yeah, it only took me 10 minutes. I wish I had the provolone though. All I had was the American cheese, which is okay. I usually do one one with good cheese and then one with the American cheese. Okay, that should be enough. No beer this morning. It's too early. It's not even 9 o'clock yet. The sausage rounds are just the Costco. They were on sale, the big box. Should last me the year. Okay, game 1. Arizona Cardinals versus Washington Commanders. It's like Washington is a 7.5 favorite. I'm not going to deal with point spread. I don't know. Arizona's going to be bad, but I don't know if Washington's worth $1.32. I got bacon. I just didn't take it out of the freezer. I'll probably take Washington in this game. Greenfields, is that the sausage patties? I threw out the box. I just put the bag in the fridge. Yeah. Okay, what's the next game here? Oh, I'm getting ketchup on the sheets. Carolina Panthers versus Atlanta Falcons. Oh, I don't know about this game. The thing is, they're talking up Atlanta so much because they got the rookie running back and the rookie quarterback. But Carolina's not going to be bad, I don't think. I probably won't touch that Arizona game. Carolina, Atlanta, I probably won't touch this game either. Who knows what's going to happen there? The point spread, they have Atlanta by 3.5 points. That one's too tough to call. Cincinnati and Cleveland. Wow, Cincy's only a 1.5 favorite. I thought there would be more than that. Like, Cleveland's got to get it together still. I'm looking at Cincinnati here for sure. They're paying $1.83. Just the McCain hash browns. Ah! Oh, Corey's here watching the NFL breakfast. Gonna help me make my picks? I'll throw that $3 on a bet. Okay, Houston Texans, Baltimore Ravens. They got Baltimore as a 9.5-point favorite, but they don't have Mark Andrews. Houston's got a rookie. Oh no, they don't have a rookie quarterback, do they? I can't remember. Yeah, I might take Baltimore for the 1.22. The Bengals got blown out last K. See, this is why I'm doing this show. I need to know stuff like that. So I'll put a little question mark there. Lost last time. It still looks good though for almost $2, and it is Cincy. Okay, here we go. Jacksonville Jaguars, Indianapolis Colts. Jacksonville is favored by 3.5 points. I like Jacksonville now. They got a good team. Indianapolis is going to be a mess, and they're paying $1. Jacksonville's paying $1.52. Oh yeah, they're already losing. They already lost Mark Andrews. He single-handedly ruined my fantasy team last year. Oh yeah, made it to this because it's super early. It's not even 9 in the morning here yet. We're just going through the games today and trying to pick who I'm going to bet on. I'm going to definitely take Jacksonville for $1.52. Indianapolis is a mess. San Francisco versus the Steelers. They got San Fran at a 2.5-point favorite. Yeah, I gotta stay awake for that late game. No, it's British Columbia. The late game starts at like 5:30. Well, San Fran has Nick Bosa and Kittle playing. Pittsburgh, they got Pickens starting. I'm going to circle San Fran on this one. For $1.76, that might not be bad. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Minnesota Vikings. Tampa's going to be real bad. Minnesota, they're in Minnesota too. It's going to be 12 for you. Oh yeah, you're way out east. I just woke up, went to Superstore, made this, and that's my day so far. Yeah, I love Justin Herbert. I had him for his first, in my fantasy league, I had him for his first 2 years, and he was lights out. And then last year, they just started doing short passes and not using Justin Herbert at all. So yeah, I didn't get him this year in my fantasy pool, but I hope he comes back. Hey, morning, Scorpion. Wasn't very productive, but I got most of the stuff ready last night, cleaned up. Okay, so Tampa Bay and Minnesota. I'm looking at Minnesota here at home against a complete mess. Who's Tampa Bay's quarterback even? It doesn't matter. I think Minnesota's going to win that game. Okay. Tennessee Titans at New Orleans Saints. They got New Orleans favored, really. That's strange. Isn't that Derek Carr now? Oh, Baker Mayfield. I don't think I'm going to touch this Tennessee game. It doesn't make sense that New Orleans is the favorite. Like, they have no running back. Tennessee's paying $230. I'll put a question mark by this one, but I probably won't touch it. I overcooked. I got a little bit of yolk run, but not a lot. Okay, here's the first afternoon game. I like to make a ticket for the morning and for the afternoon because I hate when I lose both tickets in the morning. No Zoom in Adventure? No, I'm using the phone for the live stream, so I don't have it available. I mean, it's just a couple of breakfast sandwiches and some hash browns. Okay, Los Angeles Rams at Seattle Seahawks. I think Seattle's paying $1.45. They're 5.5 favorites, and I took Kenneth Walker on my fantasy team, so I'm gonna probably take Seattle there. Oh, you need the ketchup. It's too dry without it. Yeah, I hope he works out. I'm excited to see what Rodgers can do with the Jets. I got NFL Network on over here. That's why I keep looking over here. But can't have the volume up. Yeah, so Seattle for sure. Like Cooper Kupp's not playing. Stafford's back, but that's not going to be enough. Not in Seattle. And for $1.45. Yeah, morning, Polaris. Who they play next Sunday? They got a good team. All right, T-Mac BC. Here's the next game. Green Bay Packers at Chicago Bears. The Bears are favored by 1.5 points. Do you guarantee a Packers win? I don't know. That's probably a game I wouldn't touch. I don't think, yeah. Green Bay has old running backs. I'm going to put that as a non-touch. Well, the Seahawks, that'll be a good game. But the Lions get screwed when they go to Seattle. Whoa, Bundy, I'm doing a football picks show. Getting help with my picks. I scheduled it for an hour, but we're almost done. So I think for next week, I'll just start it at 9. Go for half an hour. Oh, it's in Detroit. Okay. I never liked the Bears. Yeah, and he wants top dollar. And he's a good wide receiver, but he's also, you're going to lose him for 4 or 5 games a year, and you have to know that. And he is old. They were saying he might go to the Jets, and I was just like, no. I was actually disappointed when we got Lazard. Garoppolo and the Raiders versus the Broncos. The Broncos, I don't know. Vegas also lost Waller, but they do have Davante Adams, and Denver has nobody like Davante Adams. No, thanks, Sally's. Yeah, we're just doing some football picks. Vegas is paying $240. Broncos are paying $160. I would never pick Broncos. I don't trust. What's their quarterback's name? He's irrelevant now. I think he's done. I'll put a question mark by this one. I'm gonna have to use more of my self-serve ketchups. No, the last one I saw was Julio Jones, and then the Atlanta owner just paid him just because, basically just as a thank you for 1 year. So he made him the highest paid wide receiver for 1 year. Just, it was more of a thank you, I think, than anything. Lazard might be good for the Jets. I was just being selfish because I want Garrett Wilson to get all the catches, even though I don't have him on my fantasy anymore. Okay, this is a good game. Miami Dolphins, Los Angeles Chargers, and I love that it's an afternoon game because that's a game you want to watch, and then in the morning everything's just so hectic. You don't get a time to watch many of the games. I've just been putting it on red zone lately. I'm expecting a large amount of Bud Light commercials today. I've already seen a couple. Okay. Look, the Chargers are a 3.5 point favorite. They're in Los Angeles. Man, those are both really good teams. I do like Justin Herbert. I do like Tua too. I'll go with the Chargers on this one for $162, but that might be a ticket loser for me. But hey, what's going on, Nihat? I think Russell Wilson is done. He can't run anymore. He couldn't pass worth anything. You're right though about the Raiders being a dumpster fire for sure. But they still do have Adams and Jones. No, I'm sticking with the Raiders there. Wow. Yeah, but they're in Los Angeles though. Yeah, well, we'll find out. That's the Monday night game. Definitely be watching that. I probably won't bet on that game. Is Waddle 100%? I thought he was banged up a bit. I'm not going to say Tua's better than Herbert, but he's definitely probably the most accurate quarterback, for sure. Well, my spread is Miami 3.5. So, actually, no, they're not favored. Yeah, they think they'll win by 3. That's such a toss-up. I'm just going to go because I got Keenan Allen on my fantasy team, so I'm picking Los Angeles. Yeah, we have to see what Rodgers is going to do with the Jets. Okay, Philadelphia Eagles, New England Patriots. I think Philadelphia is going to destroy them. It's in New England. Philadelphia's paying $1.55 and they're 3.5-point favorites. The Niners are your lock today? Did I already? I think I took them too. Oh yeah, I got a circle around 49ers. I think I'm definitely going to take Philly. New England defense is always surprising, but it's good to just sit down and just watch it until you figure it out. It's really a great game. They're honoring Tom Brady today. That's not going to be enough. The 3.5 spread, yeah, I think so too. Yeah, this is the only sport I still watch. Oh, I'm eating so slow. Stuff's getting cold. That one had a runny yolk. That's what I was looking for. Now I can dip it in the yolk. I only like watching golf if Tiger Woods is playing. That's too bad he got all banged up. Well, did they bring in that rule where they're not allowed to push him from behind anymore? If they didn't change that, they'll still be super good. Well, I like NFL because it's only 17 games. All the other sports you have to watch for like 80 games. It's too much. Okay, Dallas Cowboys, New York Giants. Dallas is favored by 4 points, 3.5. Did the Giants get any receiver? They didn't have any receivers last year. Oh, I don't know, man. I'm sticking with Philly on that one. Is he going to be a game breaker though in his first game? I think I'm going to take the Cowboys. I got CeeDee Lamb on my team. Yeah, it could be a field goal game. You're right about that. The money line, this is how BC works, but the money line I only have to win by 1 point unless I take the spread. I can actually take both. I can take Dallas to win, but the Giants to cover the spread. Yeah, maybe I'll put a question mark by that too. For the spread. I think you're right about that. That'll probably be a field goal game. I want to see what Trey Lance can do with the Cowboys, so you kind of need Dak Prescott to get hurt for a few games. No, but it does seem especially with that division, with the Cowboys and the Giants and the Eagles and the Commanders. Those are always close games. And those are the only two playing each other. Okay. Buffalo Bills, New York Jets. I got the Jets winning in a giant blowout. It's probably going to be Jets 47, and then the Bills will put up 21. So put a check mark there. I hope that's not why they picked him up. I took Trey Lance as my backup quarterback on my fantasy team just to gamble. I think it was the last pick of the draft. Dump him? Yeah, it was the last pick. I didn't really care. I mean, I didn't get a backup quarterback. Damn, that sun's just coming right through those blinds, eh? Because we're in the morning, the sun is like right there, and it's that time of the year where it doesn't get up over the other roof, or it does get up over the other roof. It is. It was very biased. I really don't. I'm not going to touch that game. It could go either way, but the Bills are favored by. Well, they're only favored by 2.5 points. It's just when Rodgers would get the ball at the end of the game, he would always win. But the last year, that didn't happen. Okay. So I went with Washington. So we'll see I got to pick a ticket here. Washington to win at home. Cincy to beat Cleveland might not happen, but they're paying $1.83. And who do I like more to win, Jacksonville or Baltimore? Dolphins lock? That's not a lock. That's so far from a lock. This is my first half ticket anyway. I think I like Jacksonville more than Baltimore. And maybe I'll throw San Fran on there. There's so many good games to pick today. Oh yeah, I put a check mark by Jacksonville. No, I know. I was picking between Baltimore to beat Houston or Jacksonville to beat Indianapolis. I don't think I'll touch that Baltimore game, though. But San Fran, that's a tasty little $1.76 right there, too. Well, you're saying Pittsburgh needs to prove themselves too. Like Najee Harris is a giant question mark. Gets like 30 rushes for 80 yards. And Minnesota should easily beat Tampa Bay. Oh, man. I have to pick 3 winners, and I usually bet $10 on a ticket. So it pays me like 80 to $100. It's not a lot, but pays for the beer. But you're saying Jacksonville's not a lock? Indianapolis is garbage. Yeah, well, I can pick more games. I can pick more than 3 games, and then it jumps up the payment. But that's when you start playing with fire. You always lose. Wow. I'm not going to say Minnesota's a lock clock, but I don't. Okay, so my lock of the day, my official lock of the day. Yeah, I'm going to say my lock of the day is the Philadelphia Eagles to beat the Patriots, even though it's in whatever their stadium's called. Yeah, so I have to obviously take that one now. Oh. No, yeah, Jacksonville should beat Indy for sure. Gillette Stadium, yeah. Well, yeah, then the running back situation sucks too. So what? Jason Taylor's healthy, but the team suspended him for 4 games. This is too cold to keep eating. I wasted my time on that. Okay. So my morning ticket will be Washington, Cincinnati, and Jacksonville. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that. Maybe I should do a third ticket. And then my afternoon ticket will be Seattle. My lock of the week, Philadelphia. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't touch that Miami Chargers game. And the Cowboys then. Oh, he's on injured reserve? Yeah, okay. I didn't realize he was still beat up. I thought he was good to go when the team suspended him. So he might not be good at all this year, depending on what the injury is. Like if it's a running back and it's a hamstring, that's pretty much year over. I don't think I'm allowed to show the bill or the game in the background. I'd have to do like how Joe Rogan does those fight companions. It's a fake injury, yeah, most likely. Like, why would you even want a player like that? He doesn't want to be there. Get rid of him. Okay, what will be the upset of the day? I would say maybe Green Bay going into Chicago and beating the Bears. That would be an upset of the day. Yeah, I think that's what the running back in for the Raiders. What's his name? Jones or? I think he's not happy to be there either. Yeah, I gotcha. Actually, a good upset tomorrow will be the Jets. I should have printed out the underdog too, so we could go through like individual players. I still have $50 on my underdog. That I was going to do a whole bunch of fantasy drafts because it's the best ball, so you don't have to set your lineup. And I just completely forgot. And then like 20 minutes before the game on Thursday, I'm like, oh no, I still have that $50 on there. So I got to use that now for just doing like individual player picks. Yeah, Josh Jacobs. That's right. I know he signed a 1-year deal, but he still doesn't seem like he's happy about it. He had a hell of a year last year, too. Good upset is Tampa Bay. Yeah, there's 6 points. So the upset would be to take the points, the spread. Houston over Baltimore is a tough order, man. I'd love to see it happen, though. That would be so great. I know, well, because your running back, your shelf life is like 4 years, and the owners know that, so they don't want to give you like a long-term deal. But they should be able to negotiate a deal after 1 year instead of whatever the rookie deal is. What is it, 3 years? That's for a running back. That's almost your whole career. So yeah, I think that position gets screwed over big time. Okay, so let's wrap this up here. I didn't need a full hour for sure. Okay, so my morning ticket, I'm going Washington for $1.32, Cincy for $1.83, and Jacksonville for $1.52. So I don't have my calculator, but I'm guessing that'll probably pay me $60 off $10. And then my afternoon ticket is the Seahawks, my lock of the week, Philadelphia, and the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, drew a little lock on there. No, and I'm sure they're out to get me again. I'm trying to spend as little time in my car as possible because I know they're trying another hit. Yeah, but I didn't take Minnesota. Yeah, I circled them, but I didn't take them. And Baker Mayfield might have one of his days. Yeah, that one's out. I have Alexander Madison on my fantasy team, so I wonder how he'll do too. I have him just to cover until Breece Hall gets going. I got Breece Hall on my bench. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap this up and go put my picks in. Next week, I'll print out a little bit of player props too. We'll go through that. But yeah. Okay, I'll maybe on the community section, when I lock in my picks, I'll put what I put there and how much I bet and how much it'll pay. And yeah, okay, so enjoy NFL Week 1. We're 35 minutes away from kickoff. I'm super fired up. Okay, have a good day.